Okay, I'm moving on to the next piece now. Now we're gonna make this piece here. You guys got that angle? I'm gonna cut it there and there and pull this out in order to make it square. So what I'm gonna do is this piece here, I want to slide in that pocket. I want it to come up. So yeah, I should probably put it this way, like that. And so I'm gonna split that so that way I can get this to straighten a little bit. And we'll go from there. So I'll cut that and weld it in and I'll come back. Okay, so I just spliced this. I cut this all four sides, and what I did is I brought this one over till it was exactly vertical, and then I put this in there, clamped it down, and then I put a magnetic level on here so to make sure that it was square up and down. And now I'm just going to go ahead and tack weld in a few spots. I'm going to finish welding the rest and then I'll come back. Okay, so I just finished welding it up. And it's welded all the way around. Nice and strong. Now what I'm going to do is this piece here, which is the round stock for the swivel, that's going to be welded probably, let's say probably right there. Just like that, centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this in place. After I weld this, I'll come back. Alright, so that's welded on there. I did a triple pass on that. And that's nice and tight. That's nice and tight. So that section is done. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to take a piece that's about, say about 6 inches. Just square stock from the, it's a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. It's just a piece left over from the, I believe it's the upper, the vertical piece. And what I'm going to do is it's going to go in here. It's going to be flush with the top here, and taking out the bottom here, and then I'm going to hit it with my clamps to get it nice and tight, and then I'm going to weld it all around. So it's going to be flat here. We're going to have some sticking out on this side. So let me clamp that up and tack it in. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to weld this on. I got it clamped down. Just weld it on. Okay, so I welded it all the way around in here, triple pass here. So that's all done. Now on to the next piece. Okay, so this is my one of my legs for the engine hoist. So measured from the end, 26.5 to fine center, and this is the piece that I cut earlier. I still got to tack weld that, but it's square. So now what we'll do is we'll fine center there. Have that flush like that. Right there, I think a little bit more. Right about there. Be center. Let me just make sure. And then what I'm going to do is, if I can get this to line up properly, mark the 2 circles. So what I'm going to do is drill those out, and then I'm going to go around the back and drill them out as well, so I can put 2 bolts in here to make these 2 pieces together. So I took a 1/8 inch drill bit and I made a starter hole, and then I'm going to use this step drill here, make it bigger. It's a little dull, so let's see if it'll go through it. Okay, so let me drill out the other 3 and I'll come back. Okay, so now the kit for the engine hoist comes with 3 heavy-duty caster wheels. So this side here, the holes are already there, so I'm going to use the same hardware they had. And then for the other side, I'll just put the wheel in place where I think it's going to go. It's roughly the same place as this one. And I'll mark out the holes with a Sharpie, drill them out, and put the other side on. And then move on to the next thing. Okay, so now these are the pieces that came with the engine stand. They go onto the side base and basically bolt the motor onto this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, there's 8 of them, so I'm going to cut this tubing off of them right at the base of the weld there. Let's see how long that is. That's approximately 1.5 inches. So about 1.5 inches. It's going to be like this. I've already done 4 of them, and I'm going to cut one now. Let me cut the rest of them, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Alright, so now I'm going to take the 2 6-inch long blocks that I cut earlier, and I'm going to take this piece here that I cut out earlier and set it right on top of the swivel for the engine stand, and put one on each side so that they line up perfectly there. Perfectly there, nice and snug and straight, and so that this one is center. So same amount of space here and here. And you're just gonna square it off, and then just nice and square on there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop a bead of weld on here, on here, on here. I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna drop a bead of weld on the back side. So this and this is all one piece, not connected to this. And then I'll drill 2 holes on each one for bolts to go through. And that's where these little pieces that I just cut earlier are going to come into play. I'm going to stick those in there after I drill the holes out, and then tack weld those in on each side, so this will be extra support so it doesn't cave in this piece when I'm tightening it up. But anyways, let me weld this in, and then I'll lead you to the next step. Okay, so I welded it all the way around, back and front, Now, I'm just going to take a punch. I already marked out where I want the holes to be. Now what I'll do is I'll use my step drill bit to drill these out so that I can get this bolt in here. This is the one that came with the engine stand. This is going to be 4 of these for each. Okay, so now I drilled the holes, and what I did was I put those little pieces that I was talking about earlier, the little sandblasted them, and I put them in here. And what I did is I put the bolts on there, tighten them down, and now I'm going to tack weld those in there and then take the bolts back out, and I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is drill 2 holes, and I'm going to weld these nuts on, and then the bolts will go into the nuts like that, and that will be an adjustment there. So let me go ahead and weld that in, and I'll come back. Okay, so now I just welded the 2 nuts on. See, the holes are in the back. Adjustment, push out, and they're on here. So now this is going to get joined with this one here. And let's see what's the top like this. It's going to get joined with that one there. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, get the nut in there. Again, all this hardware is what came with either the engine hoist or the engine stand. So I haven't purchased any hardware for this so far. Yeah. So this section's all done. And so let's see, we'll move on to the next thing. We'll set this one aside.